it's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Welcome to the full moon readathon vlog. Woo! Hype button. Where is she? Happy day one, my dudes! What is up? I'm pumped. It's Wednesday. I did this on purpose. Well, once I found out that the 13th is a Wednesday, I was like, exactly. The universe loves me. I already checked off a prompt. I took a nap. Technically, I just fell back asleep. I won't count that if we're being technical. I have books to talk about. Oh, if you don't know what Full Moon Readathon is, hi, my name's Jan. I host this every year. I think this is the 4th year. Basically, there's this graphic. Each one I make like little tarot cards for with the prompts. There are 2 reading prompts and 1 activity prompt for each character. This year we have the Grim Reaper, the Spider, the Zombie, and the Goblin. Like I said, there are 2 prompts and an activity prompt, but you don't have to do them in order. I mean, originally that was the plan, to go from the crescent moon to the half moon to the full moon, and your reward is the activity prompt because it's usually some self-care type thing, so it just works out that way, but you can do them out of order. Objective is to collect as many of the cards as you can. This year it's only a week long, so it's a little bit harder, but you can double up, triple up. I don't care. I'm just happy people participate in this thing, to be honest with you. I'm very lenient with all the prompts. Like, I don't police anyone's book choices. I don't care. We'll go through the prompts as I read the books because I already went through all of them in the announcement video. If you're curious, I'll link that down below, but I mean, it's already all done by now. But yeah, I do this in August. It's usually from like the 1st to the 13th, but now that I do spoiler-filled full moon book club vlogs, I moved it to the 13th to the 20th. This vlog will be the entire full moon readathon. Usually I do 2 vlogs, but we're giving ourselves grace, okay? And just making it a week this year. Anyway, let's talk about the books, shall we? I have sprints in about 10 minutes. I'm sprinting with my patrons with the Lair. Patreon link is always down below if you're curious. We are vampire themed. We're called the Lair. We have all these perks listed in the link down below. I'll save that spiel because I'm on a time crunch. First book that I am going to try to finish today is Black Flame by Gretchen Felker Martin. I'm only 20 pages in and I've been trying to read since like 6. We're not going to talk about it. It's fine. I just love this cover so much. I just bought this from Half Price Books. I believe it was the week that it was released, and I just love it so much. I love how the eyes are like embossed, and so is the title. Anyway, this is a cursed film, a haunted past, a deadly secret. 20 pages in, I'm a little bit lost, but I'm vibing. Each of these books that I'm going to read, they fulfill multiple prompts. I have a big stack that I compiled of shorty patorties that I can hopefully fly throughout. I made a tentative TBR and shared it with my Patreon, but like, y'all know how that goes. Speaking of TBRs, this book, Breathe In, Bleed Out by Brian McCauley, is on my August TBR. It comes out in September, I think September 2nd or something like that. And this is a slasher, I believe, so this could fulfill the prompt for involving death, be a creepy book. There are a lot of options here. I try to make the prompts easy to fulfill because it's a fun, chill time around here. And then the audiobook I'm currently listening to, Night Watcher by Daphne Wollstonecraft. I just started this the other day, or maybe yesterday, and this could also be a creepy book. It's about a serial killer. Our main character has a radio show. It's like the true crime-esque type of feel. This just came out too. I am listening to the Libro FM ALC, and I'm 48% through. I'm the type of bitch who doesn't care about starting books before the readathon and then just finishing them. That's not cheating to me. I don't care. The only long book I think I'm going to try to read is for the weapon prompt, a book you could use as a weapon, so 400 plus pages. And I have a bunch that I've started, fantasy books and stuff like Barrier Bones in the Midnight Soil or Wrath of the Dragons, The Sword of Kaigan I'm still reading. Yep, I know, I'm sorry. So I could finish one of those for that prompt. But otherwise, I'm just trying to crank through short books because I need that sense of accomplishment in my life. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready for sprints. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope you enjoyed participating if you did. Whether or not you did though, thank you for being here and watching this video. I'm going live in like 30 seconds, but here's the big stack. And we have Black Flame, we have my Kobo. Look how cute she is. I'm still not over her. Fear the Clowns, a horror anthology. Another short story collection, Odd Body. Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead, which has 8 words in the title, by the way, for the spider prompt. Halloween Fiend, Reception, The Library at Hellbore, which is on my August TBR. Hysteria, Lucky Day. I'm going to a Chuck Tingle event on on Saturday, so this would be grand if I can read that. We have The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Sunburn, and Pizza Girl from the library. So I'm hoping we get through at least like 4 of these. Gonna go live now over there. Hello, Vamparoonies! Happy full moon readathon day 1. What is up, everybody? What are we reading? Oh, I didn't even post on Patreon to remind everyone to be here. It's also like morning and on a work day for people, so I understand if you're not here. We're on our last sprint. It's 12:45. I'm only 69 pages in. I'm reading it so slowly, but it's good, I think. The horror is definitely there. Mainly the thing that's getting me to viscerally react is this fingernail horror. I can't do it. I can't do it. There's an injury and stuff with her nail. I don't know what it is about fingernail horror, but it freaks me out and I can feel it every time. Essentially, this main character, Ellen, works with film, works with like the negatives and making sure things aren't damaged on the film and blah, 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 blah. I guess that's where the cursed film comes in. And it's this like German film from the past and it has all these fucked up things. It kind of reminds me of this fucked up movie that Joey just watched called A Serbian Film, and like August Underground, like extreme horror type shit, extreme like sexual violence, and like there's a lot going on when they describe what's going on in the film. Right now it's probably at a 3-star. It could bump up to a 4. I hope I like it enough to keep it on my shelves because this cover is badass. This is one of my favorite covers of the year. Absolutely, for sure. I'm sprinting for another hour-ish. And then we'll move on with our day. I'm hoping to finish this before I do anything else though. Or I have to leave the house to go to the dentist because I have to pick up my night guard. I think I'm gonna do laundry today at some point as well. We're gonna go to dinner at Texas Roadhouse. We've decided, because we have no groceries at the moment. I just keep staring at the stack of books. It's motivating me to keep going. Oh, I took a 15-minute nap intentionally, so definitely checking that off. I played Contexto with my patrons, so that's a game. Checking that off. We're treating ourselves to dinner. We're just gonna accomplish all the activities today. Because there's treat yourself, and then what's the other one? Oh, check off something off my to-do list. That's easy too. I can pick up my night guard, I can do laundry. I would love to go to the gym. Haven't done that in a while. A long while. Like 3 months we're talking. I've worked out, like I've gone on runs here and there, but haven't gone to the gym in a long time. Yeah, that's the goal. We're gonna check off all the activity prompts today. And the goal is to also finish this and see how many prompts this one checks off. This vlog is gonna end when I finish all the prompts. I could probably do it in just a couple books, but I have so many August projects that I would love to just move on. I don't know, we'll see. We'll play it by ear. It is 4:50 p.m. on day 1. I sat at that coffee shop for about an hour and then I got distracted, so I was like, yeah, it's time to go. I got to page 134, so I have less than 60 pages left in Black Flame. What I've got to say is it is very reminiscent of Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle, like what's going on in terms of film and the characters without giving too much away. That's what it's reminding me of. It also really does remind me of the fucked up, not too well-known horror movies that Joey has been getting into because of a certain thing that a director does in this book. It's feeling like a 3-star, unfortunately, but I'll probably keep it on my shelves regardless. Oh, there's someone parking next to me! I feel like Joey might want to read it eventually, maybe, possibly. Anyway, I'm gonna go home, charge my phone, I gotta edit. Ow! Seatbelt was hot. This coffee is so good. I got pumpkin coconut. It'll hold me over until all the pumpkin spice stuff comes out. Talk to you later, bye. All right, full mooners. Here's the sitch. First of all, look at this. I'm so goddamn proud. You wanna know why? Because I've seen this style of coloring before. This is not an original idea. But people would use like a heart template. I did that shit freehand, bro. I drew that heart freehand. I'm so damn proud. And then look at the grayscale in the back. They're so cute. Joey's like, this is us. Just jamming to music. While I was coloring that, I finished Night Watcher by Daphne Wilson Croft. And I also finished Black Flame before coloring. Let's start with this one because I finished it first. I'm gonna give it 3 stars, like a low 3. The ending was still a little bit creepy. Things happened, but there was this chunk that was just not captivating whatsoever. Like nothing was compelling me to move forward other than the fact that it was short and it's my first book of the readathon and the cover's cool, but the story itself, nothing was making me want to finish the book. It was cool in the first half for sure, and like the middle, there were some creepy parts, and the fingernail horror got me to viscerally react. The spine's cool too, look at that. Poor Nightfire just kills it. I think Horror Movie did it better. I think Bury Your Gaze did it better. Bury Your Gaze, I believe I gave 3 stars as well. I definitely viscerally reacted more to this one, but I think Bury Your Gaze has a more straightforward commentary to where it's not, like, it didn't have to be fever dreamy to feel the way this did, if that makes sense. Fever dream books are hit or miss for me. It just depends what happens in the dream. And then, ooh, now I'm getting Night Watcher and this mixed up. There were parts where I just really didn't care, kind of disappointed by this, but I will keep it on my shelves because I think I would reread this, to be honest, eventually, just to see if I pick up on more things upon reread. I don't know. I just don't want to get rid of it. I just love the cover and I just bought it. This is a cover that I would get as an art print, to be honest. And I didn't really understand the whole black flame thing. Like something would always happen every time they mention a black flame, but I guess I didn't really get the whole picture of everything. But that's that. Maybe I'll try this author again. I am interested in Manhunt. However, I know both of their other books are like apocalyptic and government, that type of commentary. Whatever, moving on to Night Watcher. I think I'm gonna give Night Watcher 4 stars just because I did enjoy it more than this, and I enjoyed the audiobook more than a lot of audiobooks. Like I was actually excited to listen to this again, to have things to do to listen to the audiobook. Like that hasn't happened in a while for me. Well, with Open Wide by Jessica, I mean like before this month, it hasn't happened for me in a while before Open Wide. Libro ALCs have been doing it for me. This one is unique in that it does something within the serial killer trope that not a lot of books do. Not a lot of thriller books do in terms of the reveal and everything. I don't really know how to explain that without giving anything away. I think the narrators definitely portrayed emotion really well, had a lot of inflections and really kept you engaged. Nothing was monotonous within the story, so that was nice to listen to. You get multiple POVs. But your main one is Nola. She is with this guy named Harvey, and there's this investigator dude, Jack. You do get a perspective from the killer at the end. I'm usually not drawn to books that have like a podcast radio show element to it. I know a lot of people are very much attracted to that. Like that's a buzzword for them. For me, it's just not, but this one did it really well. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is another exception, by the way. But like the phone calls that went into this book, the people who called for the radio show, that added a lot to the story. And the dude was creepy. Like the way he was described, creepy. So yeah, solid book. I don't know if it's worth spending like $30 on. Maybe get it from the library, because I feel like it's not really that rereadable of a thriller. I mean, it could be, but I wouldn't. Ooh, I can do fun facts. Where's my phone? My phone's out there. Let me go grab my phone because I haven't done fun facts consistently in a while. Okay, I looked up fun facts about film for Black Flame, and it says the first motion picture was a 2.11 second clip called Round Hay Garden Scene. Cool, I didn't know that. Standard theatrical film reel is 1,000 feet long and holds about 11 minutes of sound film. That's wild. Everything about film just astounds me. And then for Night Watcher, fun facts about radio. These are all like not fun. 10 crazy fun facts about radio, not rodeo. The word broadcasting comes from farming. It's a mid-18th century agricultural term that means wide scattering of seeds. The word didn't become a term related to radio until the 20th century when the first radio broadcasts were created. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I love learning origins of words. I'm at the point where I'm just like, I'm gonna just write down all the prompts that each book fulfills, and then the moment I get all of them, that's when it's done. I did complete all 4 activity prompts today because I love to do everything backwards apparently. We did go to Texas Roadhouse, so that was our treat ourselves moment. I did take a nap, took an intentional 15-minute nap during sprints. I also fell back asleep this morning. Checked off my to-do list, I picked up my night guard, and I played Contexto during sprints. That was my game. I'm sure Joe and I will play Scrabble at some point. Maybe, I don't know. This one completes the creepy prompt, involves death prompt. I think that's it. Night Watcher will complete the trickster prompt because it did have a plot twist. It was creepy. It involved death. Those are the 3 prompts for each one. Sick. My next order of business. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I think I'm gonna read a story from Fear of Clowns, the horror anthology. Or maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I think I'll start Everyone in This Room Someday Will Be Dead. Everyone in this room will someday be dead. And before I go to sleep, I think I'll read on my Kobo, Breathe In, Bleed Out. Yeah, I've been wanting to read Emily Austen for a while, so yeah, this will fulfill the 8 prompt and book on my TBR for over a year, because that for sure has been that. Okay, I'll see you for day 2. Hello everyone, good morning. It is Thursday, day 2 of Full Moon Readathon, and I'm wearing a shirt with a full moon, and it's these ghosties. One says spooky stories, I think, or people stories and ghost stories. It's cute, okay? So last night I was just scrolling through my Kindle and my Kobo, and I was like, I need to find an ugly cover with an interesting premise because I have a lot of Kindle Unlimited books that I would love to like switch out eventually. So it worked out that the Edens, a legacy story, has an ugly cover. I think all the books in that series have ugly covers, personally. I'm surprised they haven't remade them yet, to be honest, because it has made its rounds on the internet for a while now, but I hate the covers so much. Faces in the mountains, like just take the faces out, unnecessary. But I love the books. I've read the first 3, and technically this short story is 4.5, and I haven't read the 4th one yet, but it'll be fine. This one is forced proximity, I think is the main trope, and it's small town. The whole series is small town. It's only like 52 pages, so it's perfect. I'm gonna finish that tonight, hopefully. But this morning, I got 18 pages into Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead, and I'm loving it. It's so relatable because her mind spirals. She clearly has anxiety. She's talked about anxiety, but it's like severe because the amount of things she goes through in her head for every little thing. I mean, a lot of the things honestly are kind of relatable, like the way her mind spirals and like her thought processes with things. But then she also has like, other things going on, like she doesn't feel pain. I guess her pain tolerance is really high. She has trouble with social cues sometimes so far. So I mean, that's all I got from 18 pages. Also, my friend Brienne just posted that she got approved for Emily Austen's newest book that comes out in January apparently, and it's called Is This a Cry for Help? And I love the cover because it's this exhausted girl just like holding a thumbs up, and you could just see her hair and her head down, and then there's a cat on a stack of books. And I didn't realize that it's about the importance of libraries, and it focuses on like the defunding of them, and our main character is a librarian, and I requested that arc so fast because I need to read that book, and it's apparently really short too. These 18 pages already made me realize how much I need to prioritize Emily Austen's books. I have interesting facts about space, and then doesn't she have another book? There was another one that just came out. I genuinely can't remember what it's called, but I own 3 of her books, so we need to get going. This is a 4 or 5 star prediction for me already, and this will fulfill the 8 prompt. I need to get going on my weapon book because that would be the longest book on this TBR or in this vlog. Tonight, I'm gonna do a private sprint with my friend KK from Where's My Library Card. We usually do like catch-up sessions and we read for 45-ish minutes or whatever. I wanna do a load of laundry because I didn't get to do any laundry yesterday. That's the plan for today. Tomorrow we have emo night, so I'm hoping I get up early, and then I have sprints with Gabby before we go to emo night because emo night starts at 10 p.m. I'm gonna take a nap. Don't you worry. I'm going to take a nap beforehand. It should be a decent weekend, and I'm working from home tomorrow, so I'm very excited. I'll go back to work. I'm cutting up some paper for whatever reason. I don't know. I love bitch work, honestly. It's just so mindless. I just love mindless work. once again, ooh, falling off my... Once again, on my lunch break, had to go get lunch because we have yet to get groceries. I wanted to talk more about this book. I'm on part 2 now, and I did get the audiobook because I do want to finish this today. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I want to finish either this or the Edens. I mean, most likely we'll finish the Edens first because it's 52 pages. It's also doable. The audiobook I was scared to get because I know for these types of books, it's very monotonous. It also reads like that, like just the tone of it is very just dry. So I was nervous for the audiobook, but I think if I follow along, it'll be fine. I mean, I've only listened to a couple minutes of it, but it's still funny. I still think it's entertaining. I think it's amusing. It's just so funny. I already can't wait. We Could Be Rats, by the way, is Emily Austen's newest book. I own that, and I definitely want to read all her books very soon now that I got a taste of her writing. I am 37 pages in. I forgot to say that the whole thing is that our main character, Gilda, runs into this nun and ends up getting a job at this Catholic church as a receptionist, I believe, because Grace, a former receptionist, passed away. Thing is, Gilda is gay and atheist, and it's just so ironic that she's getting this job out of all jobs at a Catholic church. I mean, I was raised Catholic. I'm not Catholic anymore. I'm very much just like agnostic, spiritual. I don't even know. Not really religious at all, to be honest. But I believe there's something out there, like the universe. You know, I believe in trusting the universe and that everything happens for a reason and things like that. I have some religious trauma, so I think this will be very entertaining for me. I listen to this while I eat, and for the rest of my lunch break, I will follow along with the audiobook. That's how today's going. Guys, that's a spirit Halloween! Fuck yeah! Okay, hi. I'm in a bad mood because I'm in pain in all aspects. So I'm gonna show Joey my gift because it was supposed to come today, but it hasn't. So I'm gonna show him. Hold on, don't look at! We're gonna record his reaction because this is gonna put me in a good mood. Okay, ready? This is, no, not you. This is what I'm showing him. I'll let y'all know what that says in a sec. Okay, ready? Ready? How do I view the actual order? It's stressing me out. View order details. Okay.
What does that say? Future Mrs. Sandora?
And then the collar says established 2022.
Ah, no way! That's so cool. But you can only wear that for like a year.
I know.
So you better fucking wear it all winter.
Every day.
What is it?
It's just a jean jacket. So I could wear
like
it
for
in
the fall.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you gotta wear it for the fucking pictures.
Yeah.
Mrs. Sandora?
Mrs. Agaton Sandora.
Mrs. Jan Sandora? Mrs. Jandora? You're gonna be a Mrs.
No, I'm not.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
I don't want to be a Mrs.
You're a Mrs. You're a ma'am.
Why do you have tears in your eyes?
I don't have tears in my eyes.
That was exactly the reaction I wanted. Thank
That's
you.
That's cool as fuck. Huh? That's me. That's my name.
I almost put our engagement date on it, but I was like, do the established date.
Wow, how trad wife of you.
Hey, happy day 3. I got Duncan. I'm working from home. It is so hot outside. I'm literally just chilling in a sports bra, hoping I will work out later for the first time in months, gym-wise. The game plan today is to finish Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead. I have sprints with Gabby, and then I'm gonna take a nap. We're gonna have dinner, and then go to emo night at 10 o'clock, and then probably get Taco Bell afterwards. I also want to read at least one story from this Fear of Clowns horror anthology, and the back is so creepy. Look at that, look at her. This has 29 stories from different authors, like Erin Beauregard, who I love, V. Castro, I loved Goddess of Filth, Rachel Harrison, love, Haley Piper, I haven't read anything by yet, but I do have an arc for A Game in Yellow. The first story is by them. So, Gwendolyn Kist, Duncan Ralston, like I am so excited for this collection. And there's 29 stories in 350 pages, so they're not long stories. Also, look at these cute spooky shirts I got. Speaking of clowns, I just wore this walking to Duncan and I sweat through it already basically. But it says overcoming your fears and there's a clown on it. I've always wanted like a vintagey looking, like this style of shirt. I got a long sleeve of this one that says Creature of the Night with a little bat. And then this is just a sleep shirt, but it says the horrors persist and so do I. And I've only seen it in like raccoons, possums, like those memes, but I've never seen like a witchy one, so I like it. This is from Lucy Jane Co. And also, my favorite purchase recently. I just got it like half an hour ago. Look at this jean jacket I customized. It says future Mrs. Sandora, because I'm engaged, if you didn't know. And it's embroidered, and then on the collar it says established 2022, because that's when Joey and I started dating. There are pearls, and I don't have a jacket with pearls yet, and I love that it's black. I'm gonna wear this for our engagement photos in a month or two, so that's exciting. But yeah, I am 102 pages into this book, and I'm pretty confident I can finish it today. I fucking hope so. Oh, I keep getting up. First thing in the morning when I woke up, I finished The Edens, A Legacy Story. So this is gonna be for the ugly cover, interesting premise prompt. And I gave it 4 stars. I'm out of breath. At first I was like, okay, this is just gonna be a short story with a lot of smut. And there was a lot of smut. There was a very long spicy scene, but it was a good one. And it was second chance, which is my favorite romance trope. Forced proximity, only one bed type of situation. And it follows Harrison and Anna, and they're the parents of the 6 siblings that the books follow in the Eden series. I had no idea what this was about, who this was about, so that was a fun little surprise. But yeah, 4 stars. I don't even remember much of anything that stood out for me to do a fun fact. I can do Montana because it's set in Montana. The state is famous for its mountainous terrain, its large grizzly bear population, and the fact that it has more cows than people. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna work for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna probably hop into the first story of this. This could be has been on my TBR for a year or more. This has also been on my TBR for longer than a year, but it also has 8 words in the title. We're gonna try to finish 8 books, but I doubt that'll happen. I also should, like I said yesterday, make a move on my weapon book. So I think I'm gonna try to continue Wrath of the Dragons at some point, because I'm only like 200 pages into that. Out of this little stack, I don't think I'm gonna get to Lucky Day, because the event is tomorrow and there's no way I'm gonna finish it, so there's no point. I'll talk to y'all when I have a reading update. Bye! Hello, hello. It is emo night time. We have napped, we have eaten dinner, and we're in emo mode. I'm wearing my Eat the Rich earrings. I'm wearing my Satan's Lover tank top. Got my Janny pack. Sprints were so much fun with Gabby. I have not much left at all. I have less than 30 pages left. It kind of feels like a mystery-ish situation, and that's not where I thought this was gonna go, but I'm still thoroughly entertained. Like, this could be 5 stars, honestly. I love this woman's brain. Gilda is 27 years old, and she is just so fucking funny. Like, her thoughts are just so relatable and just hilarious. I love this book. I love it so much. There are some sad moments. Like, she has some self-deprecating, insecure moments that we see, and yeah, but overall, it's very lighthearted, and I feel like it masks her anxiety really well and like the heaviness of what she's feeling. Like, this is me in a book because it's like coping with humor. So yeah, I'm gonna bring this with me and finish this in the car. So I'm glad to be finishing 2 books today. Again, I haven't read anything else though, but tomorrow we're gonna finish off this readathon on day 4 because I just have too many other things going on. I don't know what I'm gonna do for tomorrow. All I know is I want to finish all the prompts. I don't think I followed a single book on my tentative TBR that I posted on Patreon other than Black Flame. This stack of books is just freaking me out, but I'm gonna go have fun. I'm gonna go with Joey and 3 of my friends. Well, 2 of my friends and then a friend of a friend, and it's gonna be a fun time. Let's do this. I will update y'all tomorrow. Hopefully I'm not too hungover, but I will be finishing this book on the way there because it's a 45-minute drive. Good night. I'll see you on day 4. Hi, I look way worse than I did last night. I woke up a little bit hungover. It's now almost 1 o'clock. My voice is a little bit raspy, or like just like deeper. It hurts a little bit to talk, but I would like to talk about my most recent 5-star book. It was so good. Let me say my fun fact before I forget, because this was really fun for me. The whole book was really fun, but there was a random fun fact. There were a couple of random fun facts because she was like me, who would check out books from the library about animals and just like spent all her free time learning about animals. Basenjis are the only dogs that do not bark. I'll insert a picture of a Basenji right here. They yodel instead. They yodel, and I think chortle was the other one. That's interesting. Yeah, so I almost gave it a 4. It just took a turn that I didn't expect, like a lot less mundane of a turn, but overall I laughed throughout the entire thing. I even made Joey laugh reading some of this out loud. I love being in her head. I will be keeping this on my shelves. I'm mad that it took so long for me to finally pick it up, but thank you to Full Moon Readathon for another 5-star read this month. It was very well written. Very obvious that maybe the author had some sort of religious trauma. She wasn't making fun of religion, but it was almost kind of not even satire. It's like she just talked about it from someone who is not religious. Like, she really did the character right, because she was so oblivious about everything, all the practices, like the genuflecting, the Bible stuff, the male pronouns, like the body of Christ wafer things. It was just so entertaining to see that from like an outside perspective, because I grew up with it and I was just kind of like trained to learn that stuff as a young girl. Like, I did the whole 9 yards with youth group and youth camp and Sunday school and did all the sacraments and all that. And now I'm not religious at all. So it was just a fun book and I'm glad I picked it up even though it wasn't on any TBR. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here and lock in. I'm finally gonna read a story off of this, I promise. I'm starting with this and then continue our weapon book, which is Wrath of the Dragons, which is on my August TBR. And I'm 172 pages in, chapter 24 out of 513 pages. I'm scared. I will have to extend this vlog to tomorrow. So that's the game plan, Jan. Let's fucking do it. Funny story. You know when I said I'm gonna lock in? Locked in all right to a 2-hour nap.
She sure did.
I read 6 pages and then fell asleep until 3 o'clock and then I showered and then I read. It stormed, y'all. It was storming, like torrential downpour. And I read to page 58, The Fear of Clowns. Give one story 5 stars. I think it was the Reddit one that I really enjoyed, and a couple of them 4 stars. There was one that reminded me of the movie Smile, and it was definitely inspired by that, you can just tell. And then another one that kind of reminded me of the cereal in Terrifier.
Art Krispies?
Yeah, Art Krispies. And then the most recent one I read was by Adam Cesar, the Clown in a Cornfield guy. And he did a whole thing with self-insertion, and he mentioned like modern horror authors like Grady Hendrix and Stephen Graham Jones and Clay McLeod Chapman, who also has a story in here, by the way, which is the Smile one. I don't like self-insertion usually when it's like too on the nose, but the ending of it made that story 4 stars as well. I didn't really like the first story, but it's getting better, and I have like 25 more to read, so yay. It's going a lot quicker than I thought. I mean, I'm still reading really slowly, but it's good. This is the one that won the poll on the Carmilla Patreon poll I posted, asking which book I should definitely read during Full Moon Readathon. This one won, and it was like tied with Lucky Day, which y'all know I'm like 4 pages into, and we're actually on our way to the Lucky Day event, so we're just gonna wing it and pretend we know what's going on. No, but usually like when I go to an event without reading the book, it's almost a little more enjoyable for me because
Seems like
yeah, it makes you want to read it more, like want to prioritize it more, versus like, well, So Thirsty I didn't really like, but
that's how I felt with when we went to Middle of the Night. I was like really excited to read it, and then it fucking sucked dick.
But at the same time, even if I didn't like the book, like So Thirsty or American Rapture, and then I went to the author events and they talked about it, that gave me a new perspective, at least, on certain things. So either way, author events are a fun fucking time, whether you read the book or not, is all I'm saying. Anyway, we're on our way. Passenger Princess once again. Gonna read my book. See you with Mr. Tingle.
Greetings, buckaroos. I am Chuck Tingle.
Hello, hello. Happy be day 5. It's August 17th. I have a reading update. Last night was so fun. Chuck Tingle was great. I described the event as like stand-up comedy meets game show meets TED Talk. He also barely talked about the book like at all, so I thought that was ironic and hilarious. But I got a picture with him and I was kind of intimidated, not gonna lie. I didn't know where to look because he wears the sunglasses with the pink hood and everything. But yeah, I'm like kind of glad he wasn't doing signings because the book was already signed, but he was doing pictures and it was just like a quick, brief meetup thing. We were just like, okay, click, and then we left. And then we had dinner because we were ravenous. And this morning, I got up at 6, read some of Fear of Clowns, and fell back asleep after 10 pages. And I read more a little later, and I'm 138 pages in. I started my sprints randomly at 10, made some coffee, and I'm now 74 pages into Under the Same Stars by Libba Bray. I know, plot twist. This is gonna be my weapon book because it is due back at the library tomorrow, and I've had this for way over a month. I didn't realize this was also on Kindle Unlimited, so it's not like a huge deal if I don't have the physical book. I just like the way this book feels. I love looking at these stenciled edges, and it's really good so far. I'm liking the audiobook. The narrator has a German accent for one of the characters, so I don't have to fight with myself on how to pronounce a bunch of words in this book. We follow 3 timelines. We have New York City 2020, West Berlin 1980, and Kleinwald, Germany 1939. The overall theme, it says in the synopsis, from Libba Bray comes an evocative, propulsive, century-spanning mystery that examines the cyclical nature of fascism and genocide and how young people have always been part of the resistance against them. So we follow several characters, and I think I got most of them straightened out in my head, but I felt inclined to pick up the camera because in the New York timeline, the 2021, we do talk about COVID and everything, but at this particular moment, there is Filipino rep because Miles has 2 moms. One of them is Filipino. She requested the sperm donor to be Filipino so she doesn't lose her heritage and she can instill that into her son. And then Miles is friends with this girl named Chloe, and they have a podcast, I believe. Late night phone calls and true crime podcasts. Oh no, they like true crime podcasts. When an unexpected package from Chloe's grandmother arrives, it plunges them into their own cold case investigation. 2 unidentified teenagers who went missing in a German forest 80 years ago. Yeah, so I'm assuming these storylines collide, and I love books like that, so that's why I wanted to pick this up, and I wanted to dive back into Libba Bray's writing without rereading The Diviners until later. So we're starting with her newest release. I did read The Diviners a long time ago, like before BookTube, I think, and I didn't really like it, but I was young and naive, so we're gonna see if I like it more now, because I have a feeling I really will. But yeah, I'm enjoying this, and I'm going to count this for the last 2 prompts I need, which are my weapon book, so 400 plus pages. This is like almost 5, it is 450-ish. And then also slow burn / slow pace, because it's historical fiction. I feel like the majority of historical fiction books could be considered slow pace. That's the plan today. I did set up my September planner already. I know I'm a little bit early, but that's going to feel good when I'm stressing about setting up my September bullet journal, and that's the only thing I have to do. Now I have to do both. And also, Joey wants to go to Spirit Halloween a little bit later, which I'm excited about because I think 2 of them are open near me. I don't know which one we're going to go to, but it's so exciting. I love my little dose of spooky in the heat of the summer. I also want to color today for sure. The goal is to finish this book by tomorrow, so I'll only be like a day late to returning it. I could potentially finish it today if this is the only thing I read. That would be incredible because the audiobook is like easy to listen to at a faster speed, so we're gonna see how far I get. I'm excited. I really need to work on my Do Your Worst vlog and also read a couple books off my August TBR, especially my IRL book club book, Winging It With You. I gotta finish that, which also fulfills the 2 buzzword prompts, like the title and the cover. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna focus on this, and I'll talk to y'all later. I have like 4 minutes left of this sprint.
Our bellies are full with some pasta from Olive Garden.
And now our hearts are gonna be full with Spirit Halloween. Mama, I'm coming home.
Spirit, let's hear it. S-P-I-R-I-T.
Halloweeny.
Woo! My Creature of the Night shirt.
finished Full Moon Readathon. Everybody clap. I finished Under the Same Stars this morning. I'm about to return it because it is a library book, but I wanted to talk about it first. Gave it a solid 4 stars. We're gonna start off by saying that the reason it's not 5 stars, I think if it were adult, maybe it would have been a 5. And I wasn't a fan of the 2020 timeline. It was definitely my least favorite out of the 3. So we had 1940s, 1980, and then 2020. However, the 2020 timeline is the one that included the big reveal and the whole like resolution of the mystery and everything, which was fascinating to read. Also want to start off by saying the audiobook, immaculate. Different narrators for the different characters, the voice effects of the certain chapters that have like a story within the book, which I didn't really understand either, because I hate when books do that. I keep saying that this year, I feel like, but when books have this metaphorical story in between chapters where it's like a fable type of tone. There are too many people up here for me to be doing this right now. I hate when they do that, and that definitely happened here. But it's not even that like I missed the point. I missed the point because I don't care enough to find the point. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's some hidden meaning or whatever or significance, but like 9 times out of 10, those parts they just go over my head. I just read them because they're there. Just don't know if knowing the meanings of those types of interjecting chapters would add to my enjoyment of the story. I just hate that they interrupt the story for me. Like, why do we need this? And also, like 80% of the time, those chapters are usually in like italics because they're a story within the story. You know what I mean? Okay, the audiobook, it had voice effects for those chapters, which did make it more enjoyable to read. And then the full cast, the emotion behind the narrators' voices, the accents, the German characters, definitely recommend the audiobook. There's a decent amount of German in this, and they do translate it like the sentence after, but it's still cool to hear the language spoken the way it's supposed to be spoken, you know? The other 2 timelines were great, perfect. I loved how both of them were done. I think we could have had a more modern timeline that wasn't another tragic time. I feel like the other 2 timelines had enough tragedy that we didn't need to specifically choose COVID to add more tragedy. Plus, that was the relationship between the characters that felt the most juvenile. Miles and I believe Chloe was her name. They had like a pandemic prom, and I didn't like that. I mean, it was cute, whatever, but we have enough COVID books. I feel like we have enough pandemic books at the moment. I feel like we could have just followed different characters in a different timeline who were going through their own hardships that didn't need to. I guess the other 2 timelines had more like universal problems, so I guess it would have been kind of weird if we had more like personal problems in the modern timelines, but there are so many tragic things going on in more recent years than even 2020. So regardless, I really enjoyed all the romances. Despite Miles and Chloe having the most juvenile type of romance, I enjoyed all of them. I liked how all the characters like navigated coming out and finding themselves, or not coming out, or just interacting with each other, interacting with new cultures, especially Jenny, aka Dallas, in the 1980 timeline. I think 1980 was definitely my favorite because she was like joining a band and looking into the punk culture of that time. All these characters were brought up so differently, even just within the same timeline. Like 1980, Jenny and Lena were from 2 different worlds. Like Lena was squatting and rebelling and everything, and Jenny was like from this wealthy family where she had to be a good girl at all times. Fascinating to read about, and also tragic, like heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. Like there were some tough moments in this book for sure. It was hard to listen to, even while I'm coloring this like cute little bear or whatever on my coloring page. Like it was so tough sometimes, and the fact that they're rooted in history is even sadder. But this book definitely reminded me as to why I should go back to reading more historical fiction. I feel like I've picked up a decent amount in my life, but there's never been a time where I pick them up consistently. I'm glad this is the start of my historical fiction journey, hopefully, because I do own quite a bit of historical fiction. I actually really like this cover. I'm kind of sad that I don't own this. If I'm still thinking about it a year from now and I find it really cheap and I have the urge to reread it, I might buy it, but for now we're gonna let it be a library book because it's not 5 stars, so it'll be okay. But like, I feel like this book will stick with me, so maybe upon reread it'll be 5 stars now that I know the characters. I don't know, but really enjoyed this one. I think I'm gonna pick up Librabray's backlist once again and try the Diviner series again, or whatever it's called. But yeah, sorry, I don't want to. Oh wait, Was there a fun fact? Oh no, that was a different book. I don't want to. I'm not gonna do a fun fact because I am just over it at this point, and I'm glad we're finally done with the readathon. It's only a day early, so this vlog is not gonna go up in a timely manner. But what's new over here? I think I read a decent amount though, like not as much as I want to, and I definitely did not stick to my TBR that I posted on Patreon, but that's okay. I read Black Flame from that TBR. That's pretty much it. First of all, thank you so much for participating if you did. I had so much fun seeing everyone's progress and posts and everything that I was tagged in. I hope y'all had fun this year, and it will be coming back next year. I like the week-long one. I think it's doable as long as you double up prompts. And yeah, if you vlogged, don't forget to tag me. I will watch as many of them as I can, many of them as I see, because YouTube notifications are kind of rude sometimes. But in this vlog, I read Under the Same Stars, gave that 4 stars. Black Flame, gave that 3 stars. Did I read Ice Planet Barbarians? The Edens, A Legacy Story, gave that 4 stars, I think. What else did I read? Dude, I can't remember what else I read. Oh my god, okay, let's start over. So I read Under the Same Stars, gave that 4 stars. The Edens, A Legacy Story, gave that 4 stars. Black Flame, gave that 3 stars. Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead, gave that 5 stars. And Night Watcher, which I gave 3 stars, I think. So I read 5 books in 7 days. That is not bad at all. I'm so proud of me. I might be missing one, but I think I'm okay. Whew, and I completed all the prompts, including the activity ones, so yay me. This is the end. This is a wrap for Full Moon Readathon 2025. Thank you so much again for keeping this readathon alive. Y'all mean the universe to me. If you made it to the end of this video, put any moon emoji in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had a 5-star day. Don't forget to do some self-care, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.